Hi, Sagittarius. This is Moonpie. I wanted to give you a yearly 2020 spiritual love message. I want to take a look at each month of the year 2020 to see what your messages may be. As you guys know, things are going to be changing on my channel in the year 2020 going forward, but I wanted to leave you with this gift for the year ahead. So we take a look and see what things you need to know, what your spiritual love messages are for 2020 for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay? So let me get these cards shuffled. Spirit, please give me these messages for Sagittarius for 2020. Sagittarius for 2020. And if you guys would like to join in on the Christmas card exchange, where you can enter a drawing to win one of 4 books, the I'll try to put the link in the video description box below. If not, you can just go to my channel and there is a Christmas card exchange video there with all the details of how to enter. Okay? Okay, Sagittarius. Let's take a look. What do they need to know for January? Okay, you have the Tower card. So January, a major shakeup. There's something here you are needing to rebuild in the month of January. There may be a huge realization about things in your life, a restructuring. You're being called to restructure in January, to rethink a situation, to rethink a place of living, to rethink about, this is, when I say rethink, this is after, like in an aftermath situation. And I feel like you're rebuilding, needing to rebuild, rebuilding your faith is so important for you at this time, Sagittarius. Really, you take a look back on the situations in the past year, and the things that you've been through, and the struggles that you may have had. Maybe some things that happened that just came out of left field, or you weren't sure how to handle a situation, or whatever might have been going on. And I feel like January is a time to restart now for you, which, it being the new year, is a perfect time to reset and to rebuild, to reawaken. And I feel really strongly it's about your faith, to really rebuild your faith again, to put your trust in God, to put your trust in the Holy Spirit, to put your trust in Jesus, and whom, you know, I feel like there is a message that you're being called to take a look at this time in your life. Out with the old, in with the new is the message for you. So, really, in the month of January, restructure, rebuild, reawaken. Okay, so try to focus January on that main message. How can I rebuild my life? How can I make a solid foundation for the year going forward, which is so very important for you? Where do I start now? Uh, it's about rooting yourself as well, gaining clarity in your life, and really just thinking about, how do I want this year to go, and what does God want me to do this year going forward. Okay, so January seems a really good start for you. Now February, you have the Two of Wands, so this is perfect. Okay, in February you are being called at this time to take a look at what's ahead of you. Okay, and of course, I see you doing that in January, but really beginning to put things together. February is a time for you to come together and to be one with God, with Spirit. It's a card that talks about making a decision. Now, February is a time to really put plans into action and come together with something, make a decision about whatever was happening in January, whatever things you are thinking about rebuilding, restructuring, restarting over, rebuilding your faith, coming together with these ideas and these plans. And I feel it's the question to ask yourself is, because you're looking at January and you're seeing how you're restarting your life. And now with the Two of Wands, I feel this twos always have to do with decisions and partnerships. So what are you and who are you partnering up with in February? What is coming together for you? Who is in alignment with your purpose in your life? What is your purpose in life, and being cohesive with that purpose in your life going forward. February is a time to actually start making these decisions about coming together with something or someone, whether it's a belief, coming together with your faith, really bringing it all in and bringing it together and making the decision at this time that you are going to partner with someone or something. Okay, so I see a process that's beginning to happen here in the beginning of the year, and it's very special for you, Sagittarius. And I feel like perhaps in the past you've been here, or maybe you were there, and you just kind of weren't sure. You were testing the waters or trying to figure things out. But the realization really happens for you in January, where you feel like, okay, everything that I've done in the past and all of the choices, decisions I've made, they've kind of come crumbling down, and I see this and these things aren't working. And now I need to make a decision in February to commit to something. Okay, so that's a very good process for you. Now let's take a look at March. Here, please show me March. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords. Perfect. So this is you taking action. This is you taking action. This is you being a bold warrior in your life. This is you communicating with other people in a very firm, assertive way that this is the path you are now on. And you're being called in March to be that bold warrior. You're being called in March to communicate with others in an affirmative, aggressive type way that says, you know, what I stand for is the truth. The Knight of Swords is the messenger, and letting people know in March, this is what you're doing. These are the paths, this is the path that you're taking, whether it's, you know, rebuilding your faith or coming together with another person, being bold in your beliefs. Taking charge. This is what the Knight of Swords is about. Taking charge of things in your life now under the direction of Spirit, under the direction of what God wants for you to do, and coming to the realization and really seeing this now and saying, you know, now you're taking action. Now you're going forth. So March, you're being called for that energy here, to not be afraid, to be fearless in your life in so many ways, with others, with anyone in particular, with your belief system. Take no prisoners, I'm hearing for March. Go forth. Don't be afraid. I feel like you have to grab your sword in March. And that's your message. That's what you're being told here. Grab your sword and go. Just don't worry about what other people think or how other people feel or what they say. As long as it's coming from the spirit message that you receive, that you know is the truth for you, to be fearless. The Knight of Swords does not allow anyone to stand in his way. He just slays. And in March, you're being called to slay. And whatever area that means for you, in any area or aspect of your life, is to be fearless. Okay, so let's take a look at April. See what your message is for April. Oh, card just fell. Okay, the Five of Coins. April is asking you to humble yourself. Yeah. April will be a time for you where I feel that you may need to look back on the progress that you've made in the first quarter of the year and to really get into this place of, to realize that life does not always go the way we plan. Sometimes we get in situations where we feel lost or abandoned. Okay. Your message here is in order to overcome that, is to give back, to help people who are struggling in their lives as well. Okay. The Five of Coins gives me the sense that you are going, or not you're going to, but you need to take a look at, even though you have a path and even though you are get resetting yourself and rebuilding your life and going in a particular direction, they're saying in this, at least during this month, God is saying for you to give back to others, to help others, because you have found a way. You're becoming an inspiration to yourself. God is so happy about you and the things that you are doing in your life, that you are uh, living your best clean life that you can. And I feel like people will look up to you. You will be an inspiration to them, and bring them along, show them the way, show them how they can be in a better place in their lives, because you will be able to, you will have testimony. You will be able to tell them, I was where you were once. I was struggling as well. I didn't know whether I was coming or going at times, and I wasn't sure what I needed to do or where I needed to go or how I could overcome things. And I see that the first quarter of 2020 is this realization happens to you, where you make a decision to live your best life. And you have your hand out. I see putting your hand out and saying, "Come with me. I'll show you the way. I'll show you how to get to where you need to be. Come with me." Offer your cup to others. Help others who are struggling as well. So you have like a mission of some sort, Sagittarius. You have a mission. And it's not just about love and relationships. It's so much bigger than this. It's a refinding yourself. It's a reawakening happening to you, and you are such an inspiration to so many people, Sagittarius. And whatever you've been suffering, take that suffering and use that for good. Reach out to others, help others during their struggles, because this will strengthen you. And April is also a time to maybe ask for help as well. You may need to humble yourself in a way and ask Spirit, ask God, where can what can I do now that I've come to this place where I am now? What can I do? I need your help. I still need your help. Please show me the way. So I really feel like the first quarter is really just about you strengthening your faith and really showing other people how they can do this as well. You have a grand mission, I feel. So let's take a look. May, June, July, and August. Sagittarius, May. Okay. Seven of Swords in May. Oh yeah, there's so much coming up for you. This beginning that's happening here for you. You may have a setback, perhaps, but you're being asked to take a look at the things in your life or in the past that you've done, that you perhaps some things that you've done that you. I feel like you're being taken. I'm sorry. The words are coming in my head and they're just running out of my mouth, and my mouth can't catch up. You're being asked to not deceive yourself, Sagittarius, because I feel in May there's going to be some things that will come up from underneath that are related to this tower, that tower moment in January, some realizations about ways in which you may have been deceitful or ways in which you may have tried to just sweep some things. Maybe you swept some things under the rug with other people in the past. And now I feel like you're awakening to these things, these issues. And this is all about changing of the self for you, Sagittarius. The Seven of Swords is saying, take a look, do an inventory, look at the ways, because, you may have been reactive to situations or a particular person in your life in the past, which, because of that, has caused you to behave in certain ways that were not in alignment with God's purpose for you. Whatever those things might have been. I don't know exactly what they might have been, but I feel like May is a time of self reflection, looking at the things that you were doing in your life that were not serving you. Okay, so May is really about that situation. Okay, and these cards are significant for each month for a purpose. Okay, because self-growth here is what's most important. Not about what other people do. It's about what you're doing in your life and how you're making yourself happy, and what God wants for you, because he wants you to feel happy every day. He wants you to be happy with him. He wants you to trust him. He wants you to come to him and to be joyous and to not be sad about things in your life and to not run things around and around in your head of other people who may have deceived you or things that may have happened to you. The Seven of Swords talks about what things you may have been trying to get away with that were not serving you, any manipulations or deceit or things. I'm hearing some of you may have been unfaithful. Maybe there was sneaking around. Some of you may have been stalking or spying, or, you were just, I feel like you're coming into alignment with your purpose this year. And part of that is taking a look at the ways in which you've been suffering by your own hand, by your own sword, the things that you have been doing because they were survival tactics. So it's taking a look at these things and releasing them. Okay. June is the Nine of Coins. So this is beautiful. This is you really being in your abundance here. So you're being called with the Nine of Cups, I'm sorry, the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, to be in a place of gratitude, to look and see all that you truly do have in your life. Okay. Your financial burdens, finding, I'm hearing finding the silver lining, right? Because I feel like so many things you have like this grace around you that surrounds you. You have this independence about you. And the Nine of Coins talks about feeling settled with what you have, looking around, feeling content, looking around with the material things you have in your life, finding the luxury in those things. Some of you may have this vehicle that you're driving, and it's not it's not the best car in the world, or maybe you need a new one, or things like that. There's an energy here of definitely having a desire for luxury, but these are worldly things, And these are things that come and go and they can always be replaced. And so you're being asked in June to take a look at where you are and finding the happiness and the joy and the contentment with what you have, not with what you don't have. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who does not long for things, because she understands that what she does have is a gift. These are gifts that she has. For instance, the car you may not have, the car that you have, may, as I was saying, may not be, oh, the most luxurious car, but it works. It gets you to where you need to be. You have legs that allow you to walk to the places that you need to get to. You have a fully functioning brain. At the best, the best it can be, that allows you to think, and so it's waking up in the morning and having that gratitude for all of the gifts and the blessings that you have been given in your life, and not being in a place of, well, I don't have this and I don't have that and I need to have this. And when we're in that position, we're never happy and we're never satisfied. So you take a look around you in the month of May or June, and you look and you see, maybe it's not the best at this time, but it's good enough for me right now. Okay. It's good enough for me. Do I want other things? Of course. Do I wish for a better job? Do I wish for more money? Do I wish for a better home and things like that? Of course. But when we're always in a position of wishing and wanting and when we're in a position of desire, the desire can be so strong that it keeps us unhappy because we're not content with where we are, and we're not finding the beauty in the things that are surrounding us right now. So June is a time of opening up and seeing that, finding that gratitude. And even though I feel this is your message for June, you can be in that place right now and finding those blessings in the little things that you have. It's kind of a glass half full attitude. And I really see you getting into that place, or at least I don't necessarily see you getting into that place. I feel like that's your message for that. For whatever reason, something might come up. You may need to go back to this video in June. Maybe something will occur and will call you to remember this particular message for June and all of these messages per month. So let's take a look at July. Okay, you have the Two of Cups. Okay, beautiful. There's someone in your life in July. There's a friendship, there's a bond here. This is significant for you for July for some reason. I feel like your message here is to be agreeable with people, to not argue, to not fight, to not. You can get angry, of course, because it's just, but don't react to things. Be in agreement with your friends, with a lover, to take on the energy of compromise with someone. Because I feel like a partnership or a person that you're connected with, or even spirit, your message here is to be on the same page. Find a similarity with someone, and not to look for the things in a partnership or whoever you are connected to, or even God, to look for things that are the same between you. So how do I mean by that? Your situation, or where you may be at this time, you're being called to come together. Okay, and so look, if you're trying to rebuild your faith with God, or there's going to be times throughout the year in 2020 where you may lose your faith, or you may feel like, he's not with you, or you're not sure what your path is, or you get a little lost, or you have some things um, that you have to take a look at that make you feel a particular way or make you feel sad. Life is. Emotions, life is always a roller coaster of emotions, but to not focus or make decisions based on how you feel, right? The Two of Cups is about coming together in a spirit of love. Okay, what is your purpose here, Sagittarius, for this year? It's a lot of self reflection, and it's going after the things that you know are right for you, not what are right for other people. So I feel like, and I'm trying really hard not to be in a position of a predictive nature, but I do feel like your message this time is to come into agreement, to not argue with others or a particular person, to come into agreement and say, yes, there is a connection here. Recognize whatever this connection is as being very beautiful and as being blessed. This is unity, the Two of Cups, and this is a very healing energy. Okay, so it's very nice. Let's take a look at August for Sagittarius. Okay, you have the Six of Cups. All right, so your message here for August. Your message here is to take a look at your childhood in August and to think, to find the things in your childhood that you can remember that were very beautiful, not the negative things, not the things that may have happened to you by things that your parents did, or a sibling, or another family member, or a negative experiences. Not thinking about them does not mean they didn't happen, but it's a matter of when you go back and revisit the past, or you think about things in your life from long ago, to think about the joyous times. For some reason, the Six of Cups is significant for you in August. I'm hearing to think about the warmer days, swimming and being a child and playing and having fun in your life. There's a revisiting of the past, and your message here is that when you're revisiting the past, think of think of the times when God was there in your life, intervening, and how he was watching over you and taking care of you despite the things that were going on. The Six of Cups is about reminiscing on the good things, the kind acts, the people who were good to you, the people who helped you. Maybe one particular person was a mentor in your life, or a family member, or a parent. To think back to the past of positive memories. Okay, so that's very significant for you in August. And there may be an energy of reconciling. You may need to apologize to someone for something. Maybe something that maybe you did, excuse me, when you were a child or a teenager. In your younger years, you may need to make restitution or reconcile with someone. And put something in the past and leave it there. Because the Six of Cups is not a card of staying in the past. This is a card of reflecting on the past. And there may be an energy of needing to ask for forgiveness, or that kind of thing, for something that maybe you were reactive to, or something that you did in the past. If you hurt someone, I'm hearing like whatever guilt you may still be carrying around about a situation from your childhood. I'm hearing, I feel like with this card, it's for you to go back and take a look at that situation. And if you need to apologize to someone for something, I'm not saying you need to chase them down, because the cups are not action cards. So I don't feel like you need to chase somebody down to apologize, because this person may have forgotten all about it or may not even realize. But you're being asked to take a look at, reflect on something from your past, and to try to, maybe you just need to ask God to forgive you for something. Okay, whether this was, an old boyfriend, an old girlfriend, because that will heal it in your heart. You have to, I'm hearing, like you have to give this guilt away. You can't walk around with this for the rest of your life, because it'll be damaging to your soul. All right, let's take a look at September, October, November, and December. September. Okay, Queen of Cups will be significant for you in the sense of emotions. September is asking you to really, oh, I love the Queen of Cups, because she is someone who's very nurturing and very caring. This could be your energy, or it's not that it could be your energy. It's you're being asked to focus a lot on that nurturing side of you, Sagittarius. That if you're a mother, that motherly side, or your femininity as a female, or even as a male, the passive side of you. To be in this passive energy, to focus on the care and the intuition that you have, and I love the Queen of Cups because she's very gentle. So you're being asked to take a look at that gentle side of you, to not negate that. You know, especially as women, we don't have to go through our lives with our sword out all the time and slashing people and being with our shields up, like no one can get in, or we won't allow love in our lives because we've been hurt so much. And then what happens to us is we become very hard and very blocked. The Queen of Cups, she's not like that. She's gentle and she's nurturing and she's giving, she's warm and she's loving, and she trusts her intuition. So as you go through this process, through this year, you're being asked to take a look at that side of you, that part of you, and to bring her forth in September, to bring her out, because she is passive and she's quiet and she's not reactive. She's very emotional, but she's not like clingy or overly emotional. She's stable. And that's in you. You have that in you. You do. Sometimes she's covered up because of all the hurts and the pains and the things and the wounds and the battle scars, so to speak. She's covered up, and you're being asked to, okay, you have scars. Okay, things have happened to you, but you are still a gentle, beautiful soul. So really pay attention to that energy within you. There's also an element here of looking at that side of your mother, finding that within her, because your mother has battle scars or had them. She has or had wounds that she was fighting herself, and she was hurt as well. Or a sister or female in your life. Okay? The Queen of Cups is she's very giving, but she's not codependent, and she has her boundaries. Don't get me wrong. The Queen of Cups, she knows where she stands when it comes to her emotions. But she doesn't let anyone take advantage of her. The Queen of Cups feels what she feels, but she's not reactive to things. She does the things that she does out of love. And so for the month of September, to pay attention to that feminine divine energy within you. as a child of God, you're a very beautiful soul, very loving and warm. And whatever people have done to you in the past, don't, you're being asked not to lose that. Don't forget who you are. The queen wears a crown. So going into the fall, especially, don't forget who you are. If your crown is a little crooked, straighten it. You're allowed to do that, you know. All right, let's take a look at October. Okay, the Nine of Swords. They're saying, God is saying, don't stress. Don't stress. Your message here for October: do not let things that people say to you keep you in a state of anxiety or stress. Words do not have any weight to them as long as you don't let them have weight. So, you know, people will say what they say. People will make comments, they'll come at you, they'll say the things that they say to you, or you'll hear things, or there'll be rumors floating around, or gossip, or things like that. Hear them, but don't listen to them. When you lay your head down at night, especially in October, release these things. Give these things to God. The things that people say and the things that people do, give it away to God. Say to them, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know the things that they're saying. They don't know that they are hurting me with their words. They don't know that they are, or even if they do know, they still don't know what they're doing. And you know what, God, just forgive them. Let these people, just heal them if you must, whatever it is that you wish for these people. But please keep these words and these things from touching me, from reaching me. Because these are like, look, they're like snakes that are coming down to trying to, things that people say or do. It's really important for you to not own any of these things, because these are not your words. These are not your actions. These things belong to them. So you need to really pay attention here. God is saying, I'm hearing him saying, just give these things to me. I will take care of them. Give these things to me. I will handle these situations. So you can sleep at night. So you can wake up happy. Okay? This card is all about stress and anxiety. And so you're being called to, in order to get over the anxiety and the stress, especially if it comes to you in October, is to give these things away to him and let him handle them for you, because you can't do anything in a state of worry. You have to protect yourself, and you have to be at peace. And whatever your situation may be or is going on right now, give these energies to God. Say to him, you know, I don't have any control over this, and I'm not going to lay here and worry about these things all night long. You have a will, you have a plan, I give it to you. Okay. So November. How is November looking for Sagittarius? Ten of Cups. Wow, beautiful. So the Ten of Cups, definitely in November, is a joyous time with family. This is emotional contentment. And this is for you, your message here is to pay attention to, really, really pay attention to your family and feel the gratitude and the joy. And when I say family, excuse me, family could just be a core group of people around you who are supporting you and loving you and raising you up. These are people, I feel that you're needing to ask yourself as well, who are these people? Who are these people who are bringing the light to my life? Who are these people who support me, who are joyous about our connection, who are welcoming me? Who are these people? And find those people. If you don't have these people in your life, and the only people that you're really connecting with are trying to cause this anxiety and stress in your life, people, person, whomever it is, you're being asked to find this family group that's emotionally supportive to you and to stick with those people, to not dwell in the darkness, because you're never going to be able to fix anybody. Any of the people that are in your life that are just struggling and they don't know how to behave, or they treat you badly, or they say things that are not good or healthy for you. Your message here is to pray for them, but you have to have a source. You have to have a source of love and emotional support. So your message here I'm hearing is to find, God is saying to find this group. Now this might be a faith-based community, going to church, having some type of support group that surrounds you, people who are, when they speak to you, they tell you, you're doing great. We love you. We appreciate you. These people are the ones who are not jealous of your success. They are not jealous. They don't put you down because they're not where you are. These people are joyous to have you in their life. They're joyous to have you be a part of their group or of their family. And you're being asked to find those people and to stick with only those people. You're going to be surrounded in your life by people who are not like that. But you don't have to covet them. You don't have to own them. You see them for how they are. You see them for who they are. You pray for them. Okay, they don't have, or they haven't found yet what they need. You can welcome them into your family because, love heals. If you want to be that person in November where, especially around Thanksgiving time, where you bring people into your home to help them, or to give them a plate of food, or to be accommodating to people, that's a very joyous thing that you can do for people who are suffering as you have suffered. But you also you can't be out there in your life picking people up off the street when you have no source of energy yourself. And who is your source of energy? Who are those? What are the messages from God? Where are you gaining your enlightenment from? And so in November, you're being asked to pay attention to that. Where are you getting your replenishment? And that's with your soul family, the brotherhood, or the people who surround you, who have all of their best intentions for you. I love you unconditionally, in the sense where there's no, of course, there's no obligation. Love is just a very beautiful thing, and you're being asked to find these people. You're being asked to pay attention to your soul family, your family of people who believe in joyousness and who stay in that energy. Now, the last month, December, two cards fell out. The Chariot and the Star. So look at this. You're on your way. Your message here, the Star is about faith and hope. The Star is about love. To me, the Star is God. The Chariot is to keep going forward towards God's wishes and plans for you in your life. Okay. And I feel like this process that you're going through in 2020 is really a journey here, and a journey of self-reflection. And these are spiritual love messages. So this is what this is about. And the Chariot is talking about staying in movement towards your faith, to never lose hope, to never give up. And I see you being strengthened in all of these areas going forward in 2020. It's like I see, like, you're on a movement. You're on a mission. I said that from the beginning. Your mission here is to come into faith despite your trials and tribulations, despite what's happening in your life. Your faith has been weakened because of these things in your life. And, I don't believe that God tests us. I believe the devil tests us. I believe, though, that sometimes God allows things to happen so that he can work his miracles through us. And you are a miracle, Sagittarius. You are of such a beautiful soul, and you have so much passion and drive, and you really do understand things. And I really feel like you have a message to send and to bring to other people that they can overcome things if they would just stay in faith, if they would just stay hopeful, if they would just keep believing and keep trusting that star. The star is the center point up there. When we look up in the sky, that's our focal point, keeping your eye on the star, keeping your eye on your faith. The Chariot is a card about taking direct action in your life and movement towards that. And I see you, look at this, with these angel wings. I see you balancing. You're being asked to balance things out here. And it's Cancer energy as well. So it's emotional, but Cancer is a cardinal sign. So it's movement. There's a whole brand new start. Like, you're on this process, this spiritual process, Sagittarius, in the year of 2020. And you're starting off the new year with this newfound faith and this newfound belief that despite whatever has happened to you, now you're set right. Now you're on your journey. Now you've reached enlightenment, and you know through God's messages to you what it is that you need to do and where you need to go. And how you can, everybody always says, well, I'm not really in alignment with this person. I don't really know that that's it. Maybe you're just not in alignment with God. When you get in alignment with him, you will be in alignment, period. And others will align themselves towards you, people who are good for you, people who care about you, who enlighten you, who bring you faith and love, who support you. Right? It's kind of like, it's almost like catching a cold. When you catch a cold and you're around other people, they're going to catch it from you. So when you catch that faith and you catch that spiritual strength and that spiritual purpose, other people are going to catch it too. Instead of you aligning yourself to all these different people because this one does this and that one does that, stand strong, stand tall in your faith, and these people will align to you. They will change when you follow God's plan for you. And if you don't know what that is, ask him. And I tell you, he just wants you to have faith in him. So you say to him, please help me to have faith. Show me. What do I have to do? And watch these blessings begin to happen in your life. Taking action, taking action for your purpose in your life. To not sit back and wait for things to happen, but taking the bull by the horns in strength and faith and hope and love and going after these things, and everything falls into place for you. But you have to take that journey, Sagittarius. So I wish you all of the best. I hope that you really do reach enlightenment in 2020, and you are able to find what it is that you're seeking, searching, that love in your life, that happiness, that joy. I know that things can change for you if you would just believe, if you would just find your purpose, find your faith. I know that, so many magical, beautiful blessings from God will come to you and help you in so many ways that perhaps predictions of tarot and things like that, the fulfillment will come for you. The fulfillment will come, and you won't need to sit here anymore. You'll find your soul family. Look for them this year. Look for your soul tribe this year. Sagittarius, find those people who are with you 100% and not taking from you. I wish you all the best. I love you, Sagittarius, so much. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful new year. Take care.